The reason I nominated the CL Series is I'll first introduce you to what the CL Series is. It's a series of 3 different mixing consoles that are virtually identical, barring the fact that they have fewer faders and fewer inputs as you go down through the range. And what that means is that you have different price points, and so you can suit the different console to the different level of production that you're working on, whether it's smaller or larger. They use a similar user interface to previous Yamaha mixing consoles, and they incorporate a number of new features such as premium rack effects by Rupert Neve. Nothing that we haven't seen in terms of plugins on things like other Digidesign mixing consoles, etc. But these come as standard in the mixing consoles. That in itself is not the innovation. The series uses a couple of different I/O racks called RIOs, remote I/O racks, 32 channel version and a 16 channel version. And these reside on a Dante network. So using the Dante network, I can have up to 8 I/O boxes on the same network, sharing 256 inputs. I can have up to 4 CL consoles controlling those remote I/O racks, and I can have literally hundreds of other mixing consoles that are available to the Dante network using the same set of remote I/O racks. The innovative part comes in that inside the rack is auto gain compensation. So if I have one I/O rack, as I do here, I can, using the Dante network, distribute the audio from that one single rack to as many separate mixing consoles or other devices such as multi-track recording devices as I wish. So in this case, on this stand, we have one rack there being fed by a multi-track. It's got a Cat5 cable going to a simple 1 gigabit switch in this room, and then we have Cat5 streaming off to these 3 consoles, another 2 consoles over there, all sharing the audio stream. The analog gain is set from these consoles for that I/O rack, and then using the digital gain, because of the auto gain compensation, each of these consoles can pick off its own level of required audio. So I can have a different gain structure for here, for the front of house, for the recording desk over there. Equally, if I've got a Mac or a PC recording a multi-track from the Dante stream as well, it won't be interfered by a change in analog gain from any of these consoles. So you have a very, very flexible, networkable system with compensated gain at a price point that's appealing to the mass market in terms of live sound, theatre, touring, fixed installation. And again, because of the networking, you can have multi-room venues sharing I/O racks, which can be placed in any part of the building and at any point can be integrated into one system. So that's in a nutshell. It's the networking, flexibility, and the auto gain compensation that we're offering to the industry.
Does that the I/O work over the full range of desks in terms?
Yes, the I/O rack won't necessarily just work with the CL series, but it will also it can be retrofitted, if you like, to existing consoles like LS9, M7CL, PM5D, and equally to other manufacturers' desks if they have a Dante port, such as Allen Heath or Stage Tech. If they've got Dante I/O connected, they could also make benefit of these Yamaha racks, and I can control the analog gain as well from LS9s, M7CLs if I use a Dante card. So for rental companies that already have a stable of Yamaha desks, it's not simply, they're not changing their whole roster. They can incorporate first of all the racks, maybe then add on a CL series desk, and they can still share all the different components of their system and make it a very flexible rental stock.